Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Dangerous Zygos here with DJ Universe, Calvin Blingwell, and Dandy Market. And DJ Universe, I need to start with a year that was pure lightning, 2003. Picture Cameron in that iconic pink mink coat, Joel Santana with the bandana, and Dipset releasing Diplomatic Immunity. It was a creative gold rush, but behind all that heat, the paperwork was trailing way, way behind the music.
Oh, I remember those days vividly. We were blasting Diplomatic Immunity out of every car trunk in Ohio. But look, that brings us straight to the headline making waves right now. J.R. Writer is suing Universal Music Group over unpaid master royalties from that exact Rockefeller era. It's that classic painful hip-hop pattern where an artist looks back 20 years later and realizes the bag was never actually zipped shut.
Man, as a rising artist in Calabasas now, this hits home. You get in the room, the vibe is crazy, the beats are hitting, and you just want to lay down the verse. But being a monster on the mic doesn't mean a thing if you aren't protected on paper. We build the legacy in the vocal booth, but the ownership, that's defended in the contract, and too many cats find that out when the streaming checks are going to someone else's account.
You gotta stay lit to survive, but you also gotta stay smart. The crazy thing to me isn't even just that someone didn't get paid. It's that a catalog from 2004 can sit there like a dormant gold mine for 2 decades. UMG has been sitting on those masters, collecting off digital streams, ringtones back in the day, licensing, while the creator is basically locked out because nobody was tracking the chain of title.
And that's the thing. Those specific soul sample beats, those high-pitched vocal chops that Heatmakers and Just Blaze were doing, that sonic identity defined a whole generation. It still has massive licensing value today for syncs, docs, and playlists. That's why old masters keep earning. If the music didn't have legs, we wouldn't be talking about a lawsuit in 2024.
Exactly, the value compounds. But if you don't have the administrative discipline as a CEO of your own brand, you're just handing free money to the majors. Let's break down exactly how much gets lost when you let a catalog sleep.
See, this is the shift we need. A lot of artists treat a song like a quick paycheck. Get the advance, buy the chain, move to the next single. But a catalog is a portfolio. Think about 20 years of missed compound value. You aren't just losing the initial master royalty. You're losing out on neighboring rights, international publishing, and sync placements because the song wasn't registered properly.
And let's be real about the indie grind. Touring and selling t-shirts is how you keep the lights on month to month. But what happens when you get hurt or when the road gets tired? Your catalog is the passive income that stabilizes your business between runs. But it only works if you actually audit it. If you don't inspect your monthly statements, you're basically leaving cash on the table for the distributor to pocket.
And don't even get me started on the producers. Producers get absolutely hammered in these situations. They get caught in work-for-hire deals or verbal handshakes about, we'll split it 50-50 when the clearance comes through. Years later, that beat is a hit, and the producer is still waiting on their producer points. If you're a producer, you need a catalog audit just as bad as the rapper does.
This is really about knowledge of self. In hip hop, we talk about knowing your history, knowing your craft, and studying the legends. But if you can memorize 5,000 bars of your favorite rapper, you can learn how to read a split sheet. You can learn what the Mechanical Licensing Collective is, how to navigate your PRO like ASCAP or BMI, and how to look at a royalty statement. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business.
So what's the play? If you're listening to this right now and you have music on Spotify, what do you do tomorrow morning?
First thing, make sure your works are registered with ASCAP or BMI for performance royalties, and register with the MLC, that's the Mechanical Licensing Collective, to get your digital mechanical streaming royalties. If you have older catalog on a label, get an entertainment lawyer to pull those old contracts, draft an official audit letter, and demand a full accounting. Set a recurring calendar reminder every 6 months to check your portal receipts before they go stale.
Do not let 20 years pass before you ask where your money went. The industry will gladly keep your change if you don't ask for it.
That's the bottom line. Own your masters, but more importantly, manage them. That's it for today's episode. I'm Dangerous Zygos with DJ Universe, Calvin Blingwell, and Dandy Market. Keep your music loud, but keep your paperwork tighter. Peace.